One.
Welcome to Virtuosa Views. Join Logan and I. I'm Virtuosa. Join Logan and I to chop it up about 90210. We're going to do a watch along since they have strict rules and we can't play it. And neither one of us really want to edit. So we're going to watch episode 21, season 2. Everybody's talking about it. I don't remember what this episode is about. I'm going to be as surprised as probably Logan. Logan, do you remember any? Have you seen this episode? Are you familiar with this one?
No, I remember the title, but I can't remember the plot.
Okay, I don't even remember the title. So, guys, we'll go ahead and get started. I like the number 3, so I'm gonna count to 3, and I'm gonna say go because I'm always ahead of Logan and everybody else.
Mhm.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, go. Did you hear the
Yeah.
clap at the same time? Okay, good.
Yep.
Finally, we synced up. Logan, I don't know if you psychic. I think you psychic.
Why you say that?
I should have gotten my picture ready, my water picture ready before the data centers made all our water uh nasty.
Disappear.
And they just left the crud or what they call the pond scum. You heard that in movies when they were like, she's pond scum or he's pond scum.
Yeah, in the 90s when they
I
couldn't
love
curse
that.
because of the rating system, they had to come up. They made up a bunch of insults that we don't really use in real American language. So that's how terms like scumbag and pond scum and egg sucking piece of gutter trash and all that stuff was invented because they couldn't curse in the old rating system.
And in the 80s, it was jerk.
Well, that's real. Well, people, people did call people jerks in real life.
I'm going to start calling people pond scum.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling people egg sucking gutter trash.
It's not like you're cursing them because they can't actually turn into that.
Well, they are that.
They're already that, right?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about douchebag. That's what the most famous one, man.
Oh, that's a good one. So all the douches that accepted money to open up data centers to suck up all our water to leave pond scum, they're pond scum.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think my culprit is Ice, my client's Ice. Because I said, now, I ate the salad last week, which that's tainted. And you heard about the eggs. So,
Well, let's focus on the episode and not talk about explosive diarrhea unless it's relevant to 90210.
I didn't get that.
Well, yeah, you didn't get it then.
I just got bubble guts.
Yeah, you didn't get it then. If you didn't get it's exclusively explosive diarrhea.
But not for the water boy advisory.
That's why it's a national health emergency. If it was just bubble guts, they wouldn't have made an announcement. But
remember, I'm on so many herbs that mine probably has been reduced to bubble guts.
It's a virus. You can't reduce a virus without some kind of antiviral medication.
Oh. Oh my God! Can they get a room?
Oh, so I do remember this episode. I just don't remember how it plots out. But yeah, it's a sex talk, sex episode, sex education, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, everybody's talking about it. Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what I remember about this episode. Yeah.
Well, backpacks hadn't changed much.
Oh yes, they have. Them things look flimsy. Them things don't even look like they have back support. My shoulders would be killing me if I was wearing those in high school.
Unless you do like me, just put all your books in the locker before you go home, and then
Well, that
get
was the
them out when you
problem.
come back to school.
That was the problem. We didn't have lockers. Remember when the budget cuts came for education? We didn't have lockers, so you had to haul your books home every day, and so the backpacks had to get better. That's what I'm saying. Those flimsy things, we would have, yeah, we would have been hunchbacks if we had to wear those.
We paid for lockers though.
We didn't have, we there literally was no room. They could not build any more lockers because of the budget cuts. That you,
Oh, that's
that's why I
sad.
took all my books home. That's why I had to take all my books home. If I didn't need them.
I used to do that just to pretend, and then I just stopped pretending.
Mm,
And then
yeah,
I just stored them in there to the day of the test, the period before whatever test I was having. Then I took that book out.
yeah, it was a different time. I heard y'all got to leave campus sometimes and all that stuff. Like, yeah, they education got crazy by the time I got there. I used to hear students could smoke on campus, cigarettes on campus.
No, I didn't see anybody do that, but at Mays we would sneak out of because the RTC was in the basement of the school
Mm.
where the auto mechanic shop was, and they had a garage. So
Yeah,
guys would
they got
park
rid
their
of that
cars
too.
down there. Oh
We didn't have that either.
no. That was our escape plan. That's how we escaped.
That's what I'm trying to say. You guys had so many like avenues to be adults before becoming adults, whereas we were like basically uh stunted. We were like prisoners
You
until the
know
day of
why?
graduation. I know
Because
why. Because you guys
we were
watched
your
the
guys'
news.
parents,
Yeah, you
and
guys watched
we
the
knew
news
all
too
the
much,
loopholes.
and you guys watch too much news. Yeah, like y'all watched all that. Where's your child? Do you know who your child is? Y'all grew up with all that stuff, and then like and then we became a prison state, little by little.
I tried to let you roam free, like I did, and remember Owen kept bringing you home. So I found him and his friend up at the front of the apartment complex, and I was like, "What?" He was like, "It ain't the '80s, Gina. You can't just let them roam free." I said, "I used to go outside at 5
I know. That's
in the
what I'm
morning
saying.
and came back at 8 o'clock at night."
Yeah, that's how they used to do it back in the day.
And that was during the Atlanta child murders. I was out there doing that.
Yeah, well, you weren't were there any
A
girl
boy.
victims? Yeah, I was about to say, were there any girls?
Because it was
Oh,
different people, so it was a few girls, but mostly boys.
gotcha.
But you couldn't tell me I was still scared. But that wasn't gonna stop me from playing in the grass, getting the itchies.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Andrea's shirt is not really '90s. It's kind of '80s.
Sailor style. Yeah, it's a little old school, I guess.
She's trying to look pure and innocent.
Mm-hmm. Andrea for Senate.
I know. She reminded me of my friend, your godmother Colette. That's how Colette acted. If you want to know how Colette acted in high school, it was like Andrea.
I thought she was shy. But she said she was shy.
Who?
I mean, let's don't go on a tangent about somebody I haven't seen in 20 years, but I don't remember you describing her as confident. Like Andrea is confident and a leader
She was.
only until you talk about dating does she get like kind of squirrely and shy. But you know,
Mm-mm.
Andrea's like the woman. She is the mother of the group until people start talking about hooking up. Then all of a sudden she turns into the youngest one of the group. You know.
Colette was exactly like her. She had me going to some summit, some teen summit that Ron Saylor from the news station had. I wouldn't have never gone and talk
What
about
is that?
sex. I was actually doing it.
What is that? Wolf's bane or what do you guys call that pattern?
Hounds too.
Hound tooth. Gotcha.
Uh-huh. That's
That's
beautiful. That's a
nice.
beautiful suit.
Yep.
Oh, and look at Cindy's hair. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Colette, she actually was the president of her, when she transferred, she was president of her high school.
Oh, okay.
hmm And when she wrote articles of what's what and what to wear, she would ask me.
Okay. So
So
yeah,
I
that,
would
that
get
was
quoted.
Andrea. That was your Andrea then, and
Yep.
you were Brenda.
Yep. I was Brenda. But you can interchange Dylan. Like I would have hooked up with Steve. I probably would have liked Dylan later. But once I saw he ain't spend no money. But I wouldn't have liked
Dylan.
David.
Yeah, Dylan would have been too quiet for you. You'd have been like, Dylan hasn't made his move yet.
hmm
Dylan's in the friend zone. Yeah. What did you think about this?
But
Mom?
I
You
would
haven't
ask him
chimed
for a
in at all
ride.
on this.
Um, I think that
You were at
the dad
Jonesboro.
doesn't want them to talk about.
You were at Jonesboro, and the parents were talking about this. What would you say?
I probably wouldn't have showed up for that.
Let's say you did show up. Let's say you did
Um,
show up, and they go, Georgina, we know your history of high school. What do you believe is the solution to this?
I would say abstinence is the key.
So you're the reason why the teen pregnancy spiked. Okay, gotcha. All right. So that
hmm
I'm starting to see. Okay, so you're one of those helicopter parents that thought, let's treat the kids like they're in prison, and then let's hope that keeps them. That keeps them safe and innocent.
hmm
Wow.
Let's keep a leash on them because if they anything half of what I was, they're in trouble. So let's keep them locked up, and locked in, and keep them plenty of activities. Any interest they have, put them in it. Cause I didn't get that. My mom didn't put me in any. Didn't support me.
Yeah.
Nobody supported me with any extracurricular activities, even though I wanted to
Nope.
play basketball. But I
Nope.
was thinking that people would think I was gay, so I didn't have anybody to talk to about it to say,
Homophobia.
"Girl, you better get out there." Cause it was the
Homophobia.
'80s. It was
I
the '80s, and I was
I
into boys.
I don't know y'all just to say, well, I guess that's fair. I mean, I don't know. I don't
Now
know. I'm from a
I
different
like
time.
the boy. Yeah, I like the boy that was a cheerleader on our team. I mean, on our in high school, we had a boy cheerleader, and he rocked. But the girls didn't get the attention from the boys on the basketball team because they, were kind of tomboyish.
Oh yeah, that changed immediately. Then I mean, by the '90s, because we had Love and
hmm I mean,
Basketball. When Love and
look at
Basketball
Angel
came out,
Reese.
that no, even way before
hmm
that, Love and Basketball with your girl Gabrielle Union. When that came out,
No,
like
Sanaa Lathan.
Sanaa Lathan, sorry, when that came out,
hmm
that changed the game. Everybody was trying to have a Love and Basketball meet cute. All of a sudden,
I love that movie.
everybody does. That's like a classic. You know, that's a
My
classic.
ex took me to that movie after we broke up, and he was like, "Yeah, this could have been us."
Yeah, yeah. Everybody
Your
was like,
dad. Your
Everybody was
dad
like, "We
was
gotta have
like,
a
this
love
could
and
have been
basketball
us.
meet." Yeah, everybody thought that was them at that time.
Because that's a twin flame movie. That was a
It is.
twin flame movie.
It
Hmm.
is. Yeah.
I think people have several twin flames or
It's
catalysts.
also a male,
As they
a
call.
kind of a male fantasy too. You know,
Hmm.
like what if a woman, was into the same sport I was into.
Hmm. Would I go for the more
Because you can't,
ladylike?
yeah, because you can't do a love in football. You can't do that with football. You can only do
Not
that
if
with
she,
certain sports.
no, she tackling you.
You can only do that with basketball, maybe tennis. You know,
I like Jim's tie. It looks kind of Christmassy. Is it? But it's not Christmas.
yeah, it's. I mean, it's muted. Like all his styles, it's very muted.
Brandon is about to. He was about to confess about him getting some action with Cheryl up in Minnesota. He know he done got some action with Emily Valentine, don't you think?
What do you mean? Don't we think we saw it multiple times? Maybe you blocked it out of your mind, but we saw those
He went
scenes
all the way. Remember
all the
this from the
way. What are you
90s?
from? What are you
Spike
from
Lee.
Greece? We from the movie Grease all the way. They don't been all the way and back. 18,
We're
18,
gonna
20 times.
score tonight.
She burned down a float in front of his house. Like you think that's from kissing?
Yeah.
Mom, stop pretending like you're not from planet Earth. Now Steve is
Nanu
the one
nanu.
that I don't believe ever has gotten any in his entire life.
Steve needed me in high school. I would have totally broke him in.
Mm. Of
He
course,
probably would have been
David.
scared.
Oh yeah, he would
No,
definitely.
David, he would stay a virgin. I mean, because David, no. David looked
He
like
like
he'll
hip hop
record
though.
it,
He like well
but
yeah,
he
but
records
yeah,
everything.
that's true. But he is into hip
And
hop though.
he'll tell everybody at the radio
He
station. He'll be
one
on
hundred
saying,
percent.
she gave me some yesterday and now she's not speaking to me.
Well, he would definitely make a song about it for sure. But you would get a cool mixtape. You get a good mixtape out of it.
I always wanted somebody to make a song about me.
See? Yeah.
Maybe.
See?
Well, okay. I guess.
The irony of Andrea doing this crusade when she is also a virgin is also interesting. You know what I mean?
I told you, Colette had me going to a summit, and she was a virgin, allegedly.
Hmm. Hmm.
Although I think she wouldn't have told if she wasn't.
Yeah. I'm no parent, but my solution would be completely comprehensive safe sex and mandatory birth control. Problem solved. Problem solved.
Do you, do you remember that when you were in high school? Your grandma told me this. I don't know if you told her, if she saw it on news. She said that you guys'
If grandma
generation,
if grandma says anything, she made it up in her head with her psychosis. But go ahead.
they had the promise ring. They were wearing the promise ring that they weren't gonna have sex, but they could give BJs, but
No, that
that
was
didn't
never a
count as
thing.
sex. That wasn't your
Yeah.
generation. Oh, okay.
I think that's maybe Mormons. Maybe the Mormons were doing that.
Well, that's what I think my friend that was a virgin probably was doing because she had a steady boyfriend.
Yeah, that might be a Mormon thing. Um, but no. What we find is that the people who are really horny are going to do it anyways, no matter what time period it is, whether it's 1860 or 2060. So just have safeguards. I just say mandatory birth control for your girls, mandatory safe sex for your boys, and then we just drill that into the culture until it's normal.
Yeah, sex is overrated. Like now in my 50s, I could care less about it. Like I don't even.
Yeah, after having it for
It
50
ain't
years.
worth it.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
because
That's what I'm
it
saying.
never measured up to what I saw on TV. So I was like, okay, after doing it for so many years,
Yes, but people are going to find
we
out.
didn't get.
And what
Mhm.
you want is to make sure that when they find out and they do that exploration, that they're not saddled with consequences that they can't handle.
Oh yeah, now that would be
But
terrible.
people are gonna find out. It's like drugs. Like you can tell people like drugs suck. They're not that cool, but people are gonna kids are still gonna try them. So you want to instill some kind of safeguard so that they are prepared instead of just like out there experimenting and they have no information. All they've been told is to stay away from drugs. You know,
Hmm.
yeah.
So
I think
Kelly's
about
point is the boys are not mature enough for the condoms to give out the condoms.
what are they gonna do? Burn them? Turn them balloon animals? What she? What she? Where
That's
they
what
gonna
she
do to the?
said. She said they're
Oh,
gonna be throwing them as water balloons off the steps at school. And she's talking about
yeah.
David. Tell them.
Oh, so shit, they're trying to say she's more conservative. She's like the more conservative kid. Okay, interesting. Kelly of all people, interesting. I didn't know she
Well,
wasn't
we know
using
they lying. She
protection.
flexing.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kelly's not using protection. Like, what? That's weird. Oh, so Kelly's in that self shame space.
Mm-hmm. Cause remember,
Because I was like, she's not a virgin. What's she talking
she
about? She's not using safe sex, but she's in that shame spiral.
yeah, she was me in the ninth grade. By the time I had explored it and explored it too much, then by the time I got to the ninth grade, I was like, okay, that was last year, guys. This year I'm more discreet. I'm only boning one guy at a time this year. Can you let it go? And come to find out, all the rest of the girls was doing it. One girl did it with the whole football team. I was like, I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
girls would do it because they would to hate on me. Like if I got a cute guy with a car,
Well,
then
that's
they would try to,
narcissistic. We don't know that for sure. You're not in their mind.
Mm-mm. He told me.
Well, we don't know
He
if that's
took me to
true.
school.
Just because he could tell, guys manipulate too. Men manipulate
Well,
too, and start crap too all the time. That's what I say. I don't take anybody's word for anything anymore. Now I have to actually see proof and evidence of stuff now.
mm-hmm.
We live in a country that's run off promises and fake claims. You know what I mean? Like dudes can be just as messy as women is what I've learned about society. You can't really. This old man
That's
told me that.
true.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. I
I
mean,
called a guy talking about a lady talking about she was ugly like Carrie Fisher. And I was like, I didn't think Carrie Fisher
Carrie
was
Fisher
ugly.
wasn't ugly. I mean, she was like 80 when she died, but maybe he's talking about 80-year-old Carrie Fisher.
No, no, I'm talking about Carrie Fisher from
Star Wars.
the Jedi. What's the
Yeah, Star
movie?
Wars.
Star
I'm
Wars.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, her mama Debbie Reynolds was 80, but she was might have been like 50.
When she died.
Mm-hmm. She was in her 50s.
Carrie Fisher died in her 50s?
Mm-hmm. Because her mommy Debbie Reynolds died in her maybe her 80s.
Oh, I
Remember she
thought
went
Carrie
to the
Fisher
hospital to see
was
her
older.
daughter and died.
I thought Carrie Fisher was
Mm-mm.
older.
Mm-mm. She had a hard life though. Remember,
Oh yeah,
she had.
I'm a fan. I know who Carrie Fisher
Oh,
is. Yeah, I know
oh.
who Princess Leia is because everybody was cosplaying that bathing suit at the conventions for years.
Really?
Yeah, what? She was a sex symbol in the nerd world. That's what I'm saying. That's a matter of opinion. That's why you just gotta take the people's word and just be like, okay, cool, good for you.
I was just wondering. I wonder what the guy says about me when I run around. He probably was like, Nail Carter.
Oh yeah, well you can guess. You can guess. You can guess. And men, we don't have to guess because the women, y'all let us know pretty up.
Oh, I think that's
oh, there's no,
sad.
it's not all. It's better to know than not know. But I would rather know than not know, to be honest.
I like Brandon's shirt.
Hate it. He looks like a Arabian DJ. He looks like he should be in a nightclub, but he's not. You know what I mean?
Brenda and Dylan make such a cute couple, though. Don't they look cute together?
I think you're just used to seeing them hugged up.
Oh, look at David.
Yeah, see, they're putting them to physically together, so then you're just putting it together in your head.
They both brunettes. I think it's cute.
But they're different types of brunettes. He's brown head, she's black haired. They're not even the same.
Her
type
hair
of
is browner now. Look, their hair was perfectly matched a minute ago.
I feel like he's a brown head and she's a raven. They raven haired colored.
You got to see it again. They matched them up perfectly.
And also
they probably had the same hairdresser.
This is a white thing because black people, we all have the same hair color. You know what I mean? It's very rare for two black people to have different hair colors. This is very much a white thing that you're doing. That's what I'm saying. They've shown it to you that way so much that you're just like, okay, this is right.
They just look cute together. Like Andrea and Brandon would look cute because look at their hair colors.
Yeah. I don't know.
They just go together like Barbie and Ken.
I don't know if Barbie was blonde. Real life though, because they're the same height.
See, they lighten Brenda's hair. Look, Brenda's hair is a little lighter now. See?
It's still pretty dark though. I agree.
Look at it.
I agree with you. It's lighter than normal, but it's still.
They matched up with her boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, if we were matching up based on personality, perspective, mindset, experience, David and Andrea would be a better match.
Or Steve and Andrea.
No, look like yeah. I said similar perspective, personality, experience. Andrea and David are both dorks. They're both nerdy.
That's true.
Like they would be in the same world for sure.
He would have to teach her how to dance though.
Brandon would be with Kelly.
Now who would Brenda be with?
Steve. Brenda would be with Steve.
Okay. I could go with that mismatch.
Yeah. And Dylan and Donna would be together. Yeah, because they're both quiet. Like they're both very low key, very quiet, keep to themselves.
Now, in real life, I think they did.
We don't know. We don't know, Mom. You do a lot of speculating.
I think they said it. I think they said it in one of the podcasts.
Yeah, you get it.
I think they said they were all hooking up. They were like, we all were
that's
hooking
what you were hoping up. That's what you were hoping for.
No, they said it in their interviews.
That's what you were hoping for. You were like, I wonder if they're all
No, they said it. I didn't make that up. I didn't even think that before I heard their interviews.
I gotta hear some of these. I gotta hear some.
I'm gonna have to send you. I'm gonna have to send it to you when I find it again.
Oh, she voted against it. She fell to the community pressure. Dang. You know what's so silly about this episode too is that people's parents can just buy a whole box of them, right? Like your parents can just buy you a whole box and then just stuff your pillows full of them, That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like they're making it seem like if the school votes, then condoms are going to be outlawed across the country or something.
I know.
Yeah. Like Donna's a power suit. This is hilarious. You identify with the baby boomers more than you do your own generation, the Gen Xers.
Why you say that?
Oh, because they're pro. Gen Xers were pro safe sex. You guys had to deal with the AIDS epidemic. But it was the boomers who were afraid of safe sex ads and all that stuff. The ones who were raising you
Well,
guys.
I wasn't afraid of safe sex ads. I would have been more like abstinence is the key
Yeah, that's a boomer
because,
mentality. Yeah, that's Gen X wasn't like
well,
that. Well, the rest of your generation wasn't like that.
I mean,
I know you're becoming
I guess
your
because,
parents. You're becoming your parents. That's a natural thing that I guess happens to a lot of people. You get to a certain
but
age, then you just become. You start looking at.
because I know pretty much that they're not gonna wear them. They gonna say, "Oh, I
See,
don't like the way this
all right,
fit. It
Kelly.
don't fit
See,
right."
so you're like Kelly. You're
I'm
the.
realistic. I know when
I
I
don't know
got
if it's
there, even if I
realistic.
had a condom, the guy would be like, "Oh, it don't fit right. You got any lamb skin? What's the point? Lamb skin, you
What the heck
still
is
it,
lambskin?
it's the breathable kind that you can get a disease, but you can't get
That's
pregnant."
disgusting.
Exactly.
They don't even sell those, do they?
Yeah,
I've never heard of those.
they probably stopped. That's what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying.
If
Or
you can get
guys
the
will poke
disease from
holes
it,
in it.
then
Oh, wait till the guys poke holes in it when you wash
well,
them, put it
that's
on,
different.
and then
That's the whole. Yeah, that's
it's the same thing. It's like, so just don't do it because you turn around, they take it off when you're not looking. I mean, it was the guys just didn't want to cooperate. The girls, well, I ain't gonna say that because I knew guys, some guys in high school that wore them all the time. So, but and I was okay with it. I mean, it didn't make a difference to me
I
because
think.
we didn't think that we could get A's, even though it was out there. We didn't actually think we could get it.
That's not what I heard from many people your age. That's what I'm saying. You were kind of disconnected.
Nobody in
I
my
think the
high
fact.
school had it. Nobody in my high
No.
school
I
had it.
think the fact that you didn't go through the whole high school experience. You didn't do the whole like kid college thing, but I have met multiple people your age who said that their worst fear in the '90s was getting AIDS. Like that was like their
That was
worst
my
fear.
worst. Yeah, that was my worst fear when I became, well, yeah, by the time, probably by the time senior class. But when I was in the eighth grade, like in '86,
Yeah, that's early.
um,
We're talking about
80.
when you were 16, 17, 18, 19, out going to clubs and bars and stuff.
Oh, but I
They
wasn't
said
even
that the
worried then,
worst
and I
fear
was out
in the
there. I
world
was on.
was getting
Yeah, but
HIV.
that didn't
People
stop
weren't
us
even
from
afraid of getting
doing it.
shot as much as they were of getting HIV back then, which is crazy for our generation because we are
But in
not
high
as afraid
school,
of it.
yeah, but in high school was one big circle. Only thing everybody worried about was claps.
Again,
The
you
regular
probably went to a
STDs.
small high school, but like I said, maybe there's a disconnection between your generation and yourself. But there's so many. All the documentaries about HIV are from Gen X.
Nobody even talked about getting a test when I was in high school. You just worried if you start itching or burning, and
The
you
test,
automatically assumed it was gonorrhea or something like that.
the
You
testing
didn't nobody.
initiatives were started by Gen X. All the
I know, but
testing
I'm saying,
initiatives were started by Gen X. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying when we
You
were
were
in high
disconnected
school,
from. You might be
no,
disconnected from
nobody.
your
People were getting
generation.
pregnant. Everybody was worried about getting pregnant. Nobody really. I worried about AIDS when I first heard about it because they called it gay cancer, and my mom's
In the
friend was
80s,
gay.
but not in the
Yeah, in the
90s. In the
80s.
90s, it
But
was
I was
very
in
much
high
a big
school in the
deal.
80s. And remember, I'm class of
Ninth
91. So
grade.
I'm the very
You're in ninth
ninth
grade in the
grade.
80s.
Nobody.
and then you left school. That's what I'm saying. Like
And no, I
by
was
the
there
time
in
you
the
get to
10th grade.
19,
I was there in the 10th grade.
by the time you
And
get
the
to
first week of
1990,
my 11th.
mhm.
So, and I had my baby the third week of school of my 11th grade
And
year.
you saying that nobody was
Nobody,
talking about HIV at
nobody
all.
was talking about catching HIV. No, not in Atlanta, Georgia. Maybe on the West Coast
Hmm.
or up
I
in
was
New
okay.
York where it's more people. But remember, Atlanta was small.
Oh, but we're not talking about just your community, Mom. We're talking about your generation, Generation X. This is what the
Oh, I
episode is
don't
about.
know because
We're talking about
I
the
only knew
episode,
people.
right? The episode is
Yeah.
about is it better to teach kids safe sex? Because we that's why I brought this conversation up because it's not just about pregnancy. In this time period, you could die. So that needs to be part of the conversation too with safe sex. Like, yes, abstinence, great, but it's not just pregnancy we're worried about now. Now
Yeah,
we have
but
to
the
worry about
condom
people
breaks, you can
dying.
die. Yeah, now I would say that's why I would say now, looking back, I would be
Mhm.
so worried now, like the way I end up knowing people with it when I got grown and worried
Mhm.
about having it when I was
Yeah,
grown because I knew people died from AIDS. I
yeah.
probably wouldn't have never had sex in high school. Let one person in my high school had said they caught it. That would have been it. I don't know if you would have got here. I wouldn't have never had it. That's all it would have taken. In New York, they probably in a bigger city, they probably had more diseases because it's more people. But Atlanta, you knew everybody cousin, they whole family, they lived around
Yeah,
the
but
corner or in Decatur.
we're not talking about local, Mom. Again, we're talking about the whole generation. We're
Oh,
talking about
but
the
I didn't know the
zeitgeist.
whole
We're talking
generation
about
then. We
90210,
didn't
the
know.
episode.
Yeah, we didn't have the internet. We didn't know a lot of people. But they were in a bigger city. So it's important to Andrea because she's smart and she knows about it and she's educated on it.
It's rare for them to let her wear her Jewish star.
Well, we know Hollywood is run by her people. So she
Yeah,
probably got she probably that probably said, yeah, keep her in there. I like
yeah.
her
They
outfit
they
though.
they
Her
usually
outfit
try
is
to
pretty.
hide it a little bit, but they bring it up every once in a while.
She looks so cute in her outfit.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good debate. I mean, we'll just like I said, my solution is it's just make it mandatory. Make that the mandatory, statement. It's just everybody should just basically sterile until they don't want to be to their adults. Because that's the thing with the abstinence thing, it doesn't address what happens when they're adults 2 years from now. Like how are they going to transition from the prison style to actually starting families? And that's the issue we have now,
They
right?
go to college, they're gonna go buck wild.
No, we have the issue now. You've heard about the declining birth rates and all this. Like people don't know how to start families anymore because spend the first 20 years of your life avoiding one. So like we need to have a plan in place for transitioning from child to adult, and we have gotten rid of that for some reason, and we have to figure out what that is and how to teach that to kids. Yeah, because kids literally, like like I said, I live with three young dudes. All of them are single. None of them are married. None of them have kids. It's because there's like a big gap between child and man, and child and woman, and we're not really teaching them like, okay, now you're not in high school. This is how you be an adult. You know.
Well, back when the girls that I knew went to college, that's when they got wild. When they got
Some
on
do it.
campus.
Some do, but and like I said, and the longer that permeates throughout the culture, the fewer you've heard the drinking is down too. Drinking is down like 70%. Clubbing is down 70%. childbirth is down 50%, because there's no transition, but from, from
All
being
that needs to
sheltered
stay
to
down.
That's it.
Like I
Well,
don't
but
see
no, but
like
like,
somebody did a video and they were like, "There's nothing in the club
like
but
literally,
alcohol, fighting."
nightlife is gone though. But that's what I'm saying. That's how
Yeah.
people met back in the day. That's how you guys met your partners. How you guys got married. How you guys settled down is by going to the club every Friday and meeting somebody.
Well, they need to have other events.
Yeah, I think you are right in a sense that a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old probably should be practicing abstinence, but there does need to be some kind of conversation of release, like parole. When they're out the prison at 18, there has to be some kind of conversation about how to become adults. Otherwise, you get what we got now, which is a bunch of grown kids, bunch of like 30-year-old kids who have no families and have no adult life.
At the rate childcare, what it costs, I
By the way, made expensive by the very people who pushed the DARE program on these younger generations.
hmm
Ironically, the people who have made life more expensive also pushed these types of mentalities onto younger generations.
yeah, I'm thinking about it missing anything from the club. To be honest, all the guys I met from the club, pawn scum, including the ones they
Yeah, but
weren't
they're
the
not.
type. They weren't the
People aren't.
marrying type.
People aren't meeting people. Period. Though you do understand that that is like a big
Yeah,
issue
they need to
in
go. They
society.
need to go to like an event,
See, you got
like
to see.
the supermarket,
You got it. The
um,
supermarket.
a mall. Like I wish we had malls. Now
Nobody
that's
goes to
one thing I
malls.
wish.
Nobody goes to malls.
I hate that one away. I think we could have used. We should have kept the malls
Yeah.
because
Well.
that's where we met kid. That's where we met people as young adults and teenagers was at the mall,
Yeah, I know.
which is a better place.
Yeah, but you're talking about something that doesn't
I mean,
exist anymore. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
I saw somebody get beat to death at a club. So I mean, he literally went to the hospital and just died.
Yeah, that
So
happens. Happens in the neighborhood
and
too.
shootings, yeah, shootings.
Happens in
When
the
people
neighborhood
get
too.
drunk, they act crazy.
That's true. But people got to meet, mom. If you want to keep the
Well, they
country
got to meet.
going, people got to meet.
They can. They got to meet at other events. They got to have other events.
And what events are those? That's
I
what I'm
don't know. We
saying.
got to come up
There's
with
been a
some.
lot. There's been so much focus on protecting the children that we have lost focus on raising the children. You know what I mean? Like we've forgotten that there. You're not raising a child. You're raising an adult. You're raising a man. You're raising a woman. You know.
Well,
It'll humanity always adapts, so somebody will figure it out. They'll have programs for singles as soon as they graduate college or something.
well,
Like
I
somebody
see
will
so many
invent something.
pregnant women around here. Somebody doing something. Hmm.
uh
I see a lot
well
of
that's
young pregnant women.
well there's in our society it's the same women that get pregnant over and over and over again, but the number of women getting pregnant is at all-time low for the country.
For black women,
Yeah, for black, oh, especially black women. Yes, a lot of black women are
mhm.
terminally single, like single for
I'm
decades
talking about
at a time.
having babies. They I don't, they still having babies.
It's probably the same women, mom. You're probably seeing the same 10 women have 5, 6 kids.
Well, I guess they the only ones having fun.
I don't know if it's fun for them, but like there's a lady at our job. She has 7 kids. Then there's another lady who the other 2 ladies have no kids. So like there it's usually the same woman you're seeing walking around getting pregnant back to back.
No.
Yeah. But if you don't believe me, you can look it up yourself later if you get curious about what's causing the low birth rates, what's causing the low marriage rates and all that stuff. You can Google it yourself.
I know when I first saw this scene with Donna telling him no,
Hmm.
I wish to God I had saw this in high school.
Yeah, you got
because
to
I
be
would have
brave.
known how to say no.
Yeah, you got to be brave. And oh yeah, that's a problem too. Teaching girls to say no. That's another issue.
Because
That's what
you
I'm
worry
saying.
that he's not gonna want to be your boyfriend, and having a boyfriend in high school was your whole identity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like teaching the kids the tools, I think it would be more useful. You know what I mean? Like you said, teaching a girl to say no is more useful than telling her to just avoid any romantic connection at all for 20 years. I think, and even Kelly, you
But
got
then
girls like
nobody,
Kelly who do it anyways, and then just are ashamed about it. That's all you do is make them ashamed about it afterwards. But they do it anyways.
no, you know
You know
what
what
I
I'm
do? My approach would be,
saying? Oof,
you know what my mama told me? My mom
that
told
was a good
me,
episode.
if you do it, he's not gonna like you anymore. And after
Hmm.
I did it, he called me every day. So then I didn't believe nothing else she said. If she had told me he's gonna do it,
Yeah, that's pointless.
and
All that is a pointless piece of advice. The advice should have been get on birth control, try to have safe sex, wait till you get to know the guy, like useful things, not like that is so wishy-washy. Oh, if you do it, he's not gonna like she's betting. That's like a bet that you're betting on your kid running into a shisty dude. You know what I mean? Like that's not useful. Useful would have been like,
because
all right,
these
you're
were
on birth
high school
control.
boys, and they was like, "Oh, well, why would I break up with her when I'm getting some every weekend?"
And obviously I wouldn't be here if she was more practical. If grandma was more practical, I wouldn't be here. But if she was more practical, she would have been like, all right, you're on birth control now. Now that you brought that up, you're on birth control, and you just focus on school. And that would have been it.
Now, my friend, she was 2 years younger than me,
Hmm.
but she's still in my generation. She
Yeah.
was dating a grown man, and her mom used to just bring her in the house every day at lunchtime and be like, "Take this," and give her a
Yep.
pill. And she
That's
knew she was sleeping with a grown man, though. She was sleeping with the guy down the street.
Yeah. Well, that mom is practical. You know what I mean? She's like, my
Hmm.
kid is already doing it. My kid is gonna do it. So let me just have some kind of protection or
And her
safeguard.
kid had a grown lady body too. So that's why she was doing it with grown men. I mean, she had a body.
Yeah, I mean, it was like that in my high
I was
school.
like,
Like
wow.
you
Yeah,
were
the
not
girls in your
dating.
high school had bodies.
Whoa,
I was
hey,
skinny.
whoa, calm down,
I was made
Epstein.
like this in high school.
Calm down, Epstein.
No, nothing. I'm talking about no this, no that, no hips, I was just
Epstein,
like this, front
Epstein,
and back.
relax, relax, Epstein,
I was
relax.
like, they called me Jane Hathaway.
Can you
I
hear
was a
me?
skinny 80s girl. Yeah.
Can you hear me? All right, calm down, Epstein. All right. Yeah, in my high school, you were not getting the singer girls because they were already taken by the college boys. Like you were not gonna date a singer girl unless you were already dating the years before. It's the only way
Yeah,
you were
you would
gonna.
have had to lock that down in ninth grade.
Yes, exactly. Because a lot of them were 18 too. Like even if they were in high school, a lot of them were already
Hmm.
18 in our senior year.
Hmm.
So they were dating dudes with apartments and everything. They were getting money from dudes, and we were like, all right, well, now we know why dudes date younger, like how that starts. You know.
Yep.
Yep. But
And when I
anyways,
was in school, the girls who dated guys like that were in the hood, like in the projects.
oh no,
But
this is
in
in the
the
nice
in the
neighborhoods too. This is in the from top to bottom. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
like
yeah.
okay,
If
like
I,
my friends who had two parents, they didn't do it for money. Like they didn't date boys for
Oh well, no,
money.
not for money, but the guys would just give them money. Period, like
Hmm.
unprompted. Yeah, it wasn't like they were asking for it. Like, yeah, there was a girl, there was like this attractive black girl that was in a senior. She was dating an older guy, and he would just give her stuff. Like, she didn't ask for it. She'd be like, "Oh, he just
I'm
gave me this
glad
new
I didn't
phone."
run into that because your daddy probably would be 80 now if I had ran into
Yeah,
that.
no, all of them were like that. The white girls, the black, like if they once they reached senior year, if they were single, you could forget it. Like they were, if they were attractive, like you said, if they were exceptionally attractive, you could forget it. But anyways, guys, that was a great episode. It got us to debate how to protect the children, but also prepare them for being adults and starting families. We're still asking these same questions. Right now,
30
we're in
years later.
yeah, we're in a birth crisis. We're in a like a man versus woman crisis because of the foundation that abstinence laid, which keeps boys and girls kind of afraid of each other for 20 years. And then all of a sudden, when they have to
I'm
start
afraid
families,
now.
hold up, let me
I
finish.
don't blame
All of a
y'all.
sudden, hold up, like that. And then all of a sudden, when they have to start families, they don't understand each other, and they're skeptical of each other. And we don't have a program to reconnect boys and girls once they're grown and once they're adults. So I think abstinence could work, but it has to be in tandem with some kind of community buffer between high school and starting an adult life. There has to be that something in the middle between those two. Back in the day, like you said, you guys had clubs, bars, restaurants. You guys had a bunch of places, Freaknik, whatever it is. You guys had a bunch of
The
places
skate
where
ring.
young people. Well, I mean, after high school, post high school, you guys had so
Yeah,
many
the skate ring.
places for people to meet, just to meet,
Hmm.
as where they have full time jobs and maybe they're in
Now they
college.
got the internet,
Internet
websites.
doesn't work. The internet doesn't work anymore. The dating apps don't work anymore. They've been flooded
I
with.
got
I
plenty
mean,
of
you can look this
action from
up.
dating
You
apps.
you you can chime in once you look it up. When you look it up and you done, you looked and you looked into it. Then we can talk about it more. But it's a real issue right now. This very episode is the foundation of it, though. Is we are protecting people and our children to the point where they can only be children forever. And we get why, like my mom said in the episode, there were events in the 90s that took place that scared parents. There was John Bonet. There was the 24-hour news cycle was invented to talk about kidnappings and murders and child predators, and we were inundated with all these
Meanwhile,
fears
Epstein was out here having fun.
and anxieties, and that has made parents go, I'm going to put my kid in a bubble. And then now you see, like, there are kids who are 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 uh at home still because it's safe, and it's protected from the outside world. So we do need to just tweak the culture just a little bit. Tweak the culture. I always tell people, if we can get to the point where the kids can just live near their parents, the kids can start families in the same neighborhoods as their parents, that would be a great compromise. That
Hmm.
can build a community. But right now we're at the point where we got Gen Xers. You're taking care of your parents, not you specifically, but Gen Xers are taking care of their parents and their kids, their grown kids. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's putting a lot of pressure on Gen X to, financially and time wise. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But this is a great episode because it got us debating, and neither one of us has any high schoolers. So we really shouldn't be the ones who should be too concerned. But that's a great episode when it gets you talking about, if we had teenagers right now, how we teach them. And if you had a teenager, I would be a monk. I would be a monk. And if I had a teenager, I would take the approach that you said that lady did, which is like, I'm just going to be practical about this because I know, like you said, you're going to try it anyways. So let me just be practical. But anyways, all right, folks,
I
we'll
say
see you next week.
abstain.
We know what
It's
you say,
safer.
but the hypocrite, we know what the hypocrite says, but
No,
let's,
just somebody who's been out there and who can tell you it's empty. You will leave
mm,
empty.
yeah, but
And now
it's
that
like
I know
drugs.
spiritually what happens, that's why I abstain now because
It's, but it's
spiritually
like,
is rotten.
drugs.
Unless
Like, they
unless
have
it's
to try it.
love,
They're
unless
gonna
it's
try it.
true
It's like
love.
it's like weed. Try telling somebody not to try weed. Good luck. Tell somebody
Well,
to
my
abstain
mom let
from
me
weed.
smoke a joint. And she said,
Hmm.
I want you to try this at home so you don't have to try it out there with your friends. And I was like,
That's
well, I'm not
practical.
even high.
See, that's practical. But that's what I'm saying. It's like sex is like drugs. Like you can tell somebody like, or any like speeding. Try telling somebody not to speed. They got to find out that it's dangerous. Drugs, they got to find out that it's whack. Sex, they got to find out that it's mid. I mean, anything, traveling, like they got to find out that sometimes it's just boring. You know what I mean? Like they
Well,
have to
maybe
find.
I should have took you to a whole house when you was like
No, well, no,
17.
don't. Yeah, but don't. Yeah, don't molest me. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like there's a middle ground. The middle ground is tools, which you did give me, by the way. I don't know if you remember this, but you did
I
teach me
gave you
about safe
condoms.
sex.
Did I give
You
you
taught me
condoms?
probably. You did teach me about safe sex. You did teach me about safe sex. Yes, because
Well,
when
I
everybody
hope
else,
so, because it's
when they were
embarrassing to
doing,
go to a clinic.
I mean, this is the reason you don't have a grandchild now. You said, you told me, you were like, this is what happened to me. This is what you do to prevent that from happening to you. And you were not abstinence when I was growing up. You were very much like protect yourself. You don't want to be saddled with this and that too young. Make sure you want to get established. You would say that. Grandma would tell me that too all the time. Grandma would be like, make sure you're making some money before you have your first kid. Like, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. You guys
I'm
were on a
glad I'm
different
not the
thing
one
back
that
then.
told you that,
What?
because I
Why
know
you
plenty of broke dudes with brokies with babies.
Oh,
I wouldn't.
grandma
I
would tell
know
me that
I
all
wouldn't tell
the
you.
time. Grandma would stop
Oh,
me in the middle of dinner and be like, make sure she'd be like,
oh
make sure you
God.
got a good she would be like, before you have a kid, make sure you got a good job. And I'd be like, well, where's this coming
Oh,
from? But
she had her first baby by a guy in college.
okay. So she was like, yeah, she did and you taught me that too. So folks, my mom, if she had a kid right now, she would use a different approach. But with me, you kept me out of trouble. That's the only thing you can do as a parent, right? It's just keep your kid out of trouble until they find out who they are and what they're gonna do. And that's what you did. You did your job in that department. I don't have any kids that I'm not raising, that are just out there running wild. And yeah, it's
I'm
because you guys
glad,
you guys
and
caught
I'm
me
glad
early.
you didn't. And I'm glad you didn't catch HIV or AIDS.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, for
that would
sure.
have just
Yeah.
that would. I mean, we would have worked through it, but
I mean,
that
I'd
would
still
have
be
just
alive.
hurt me so bad.
Yeah, I'd still be
Yeah, but
alive.
I wouldn't have thought that. Not in the '90s. I mean, or in the early 2000s, I wouldn't have thought that right
Yeah,
away. I would have thought you would have died. So I would have been just crushed.
yeah, yep,
So
yep. So you did your job, mom. I don't know. You don't remember what you did, but you
I
did it.
don't,
You
because I
did
was
it.
too busy out having sex myself to even know what I told you about it.
Yeah, you gave me good advice, and you made sure that I was safe, and that was your job, and you did a great job of that. So I just want to give you credits and props
Well,
for raising me,
thanks. Well,
basically. Yeah, I don't
no,
know
well,
how'd
thanks.
you keep
I'm
me out of
glad.
jail too. What was your advice on
I
that?
think you did that yourself. Um, because I was too busy being tortured mentally by with my own thoughts, my own situations. I don't know. I think you did it yourself. You were a good kid. You were one of the. You would if
But
I
you
mean,
you
if I
had
had
to
thought
do
it would be that
something.
great, I would have had 10 of you.
You
If
had to
I could
do
have had
something.
10 of you, I would have.
You had to have
Mm-mm.
told me something at some point, because I
I
was
don't
like,
remember telling you anything. If
everybody around
anything, if you
me.
had gone to jail, I would have been the type of mama that would have been like, "Well, let me go get my baby out because he in jail." I wouldn't have looked at you any
Mm,
differently.
yeah, because
I'm just
think about it.
glad you didn't go through that.
Every man that I knew personally around
Been
me
in jail. Been
went
in
to
jail.
prison or jail, had multiple
Maybe
kids.
that did it.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say you must have said something to me at some point. Because I was like, I would
I
never
gave you
do that.
so many bad examples that that you
Exactly.
were like maybe if I had all good Martin Luther Kings around, you would have been like, let me go on the wild side. But since I had Pookie and Ray Ray and JoJo and them,
Mhm.
you were like, man, these dudes suck. That ain't gonna be me when I grow up.
Yeah.
That rhyme. But that's what I think. I think a parent can be so bad that it make the kids good. And a parent can be so good that it makes the child bad. You seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that does happen sometimes. Well, anyways,
Mm.
folks, thanks for joining us on our debate. We learned
Catch us next
nothing.
week.
We
Yep.
learned nothing new, but we had fun and we had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you guys
Yep.
next week.
Peace.